friends, JB here with a 14-day wisdom challenge show. Here we go. Ready or not. Sometimes we feel like we're not ready, but guess what? My Redeemer lives, your Redeemer lives. This is wisdom. We can't stop wisdom. Wisdom continues forward with us or without us. And as Job sees here, he's relied upon his wisdom from the Lord. Let's listen. Let's see what he has. Then Job answered and said, "How long will you torment me and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times you have cast reproach upon me. Are you not ashamed to wrong me?" So he's starting to assert himself a little bit. He's starting to push back. And, he's sort of gaining his strength, it almost seems like. And even if it be true that I have erred, my error remains within myself. If indeed you magnify yourselves against me and make my disgrace an argument against me, know then that God has put me in the wrong and closed his net about me. That's God's doing. Okay, God is doing something to him. He's saying, "Behold, I cry out violence, but I am not answered. I call for help, but there is no justice. He has walled up my way, so I cannot pass. And he has set darkness upon my paths. He has stripped from me my glory, and taken the crown from my head. He breaks me down on every side, and I am gone. And my hope has pulled up like a tree. He has kindled his wrath against me, and counts me as his adversary. His troops come on together. They have cast up their siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent." So he keeps that imagery going. Okay, that's very important. Now you got to make sure that sometimes when you're reading these, here's something that I've noticed. I can read it out loud, and then I can also be thinking about something else at the same time. You want to stop every now and again and make sure you can adjust your position, make sure you are actually reading what you need to be reading. Let's read this last part again here. He has stripped from me my glory and has taken the crown from my head. He had some great things, this Job. Now the Lord has got it. He breaks me down on every side, and I am gone. And my hope has he pulled up like a tree. So he's talking about hopelessness. Isn't it interesting, though, how he says pulled up like a tree? It was rooted, it was firm, it was fixed, and now it seems to be gone. Probably there's still a root in there somewhere. He has kindled his wrath against me and counts me as his adversary. That's tough. If you really feel like that, okay, God is not the adversary. We are adversaries against God. His troops come on together. They have cast up their siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent. So a siege ramp would be a ramp to kind of get to the higher ground of a fortress, to possibly break the fortress with a battering ram, or even so high as to maybe leap over the wall. All right. He has put my brothers far from me, and those who knew me are wholly estranged from me. Those brothers are gone. My relatives have failed me. My close friends have forgotten me. Friends, family, brothers. The guests in my house and my maidservants count me as strange. You guess, you invite someone over to your house, and then they sort of turn about face right on you, despise you as a stranger. I have become a foreigner in their eyes. I call to my servant, but he gives me no answer. I must plead with him with my mouth for mercy. My breath is strange to my wife, and I am a stench to the children of my own mother. Even young children despise me. When I rise, they talk against me, and my intimate friends abhor me. And those whom I love have turned against me. My bones stick to my skin and to my flesh, and I have escaped by the skin of my teeth. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me, O you, my friends. For the hand of God has touched me. Hand of God has touched me. Seems like a rallying cry to me. Why do you, like God, pursue me? Why are you not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were written. Oh, that my words were written. Oh, that they were inscribed in a book. Oh, they are actually. They're right here. Oh, that with an iron pen and lead they were engraved in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer lives, and at last he will stand upon the earth. And isn't that interesting here? For I know that my Redeemer lives. Okay, boom. That's the gold nugget. It's interesting. He's got this faith in God who's really difficult to adhere to all of his laws. I'm not sure if anyone has done it, but he still counts God as his Redeemer nonetheless. Isn't that interesting? And this is before Christ. Interesting. And after my skin has been thus destroyed, yet in my flesh I shall see God, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another. My heart faints within me. If you say, how will we pursue him? And the root of the matter is found in him. Be afraid of the sword, for wrath brings the punishment of the sword, that you may know there is a judgment. So he's kind of defending, getting ground, getting momentum, and what he's doing is he's declaring, hey, for I know that my Redeemer lives. His Redeemer lives, your Redeemer lives, our Redeemer lives, and guess what? That means that regardless of the circumstances, regardless of your condition, regardless, if you keep that faith, that's the most important thing. This is a blink in an eye here in the world that we live in. Once we leave here, it is going to be a totally different situation. And so it's really not long, but it does take time to get through it, get past the bumps and bruises. And he's got a lot of them. And he starts to kind of go on the offensive here, basically to start to speak some truth into his friends who have been stumping him and basically putting the truth in the wrong light, twisting wisdom and such is what they seem to have been done. So, my friends, it's the 14-day wisdom challenge. This is another one. We're booking it. We're locking it in. Lock it in. Get wisdom, get insight, get discretion, get understanding. Get it now. Let's do this thing.